4 years later. I don't know. I think the first thing you do does not have to be the last thing you do. In fact, the first thing can just be your first step into the journey. And that's what creates the rest.
Nice. This is a really, really, really important point. The first thing you do does not have to be the last thing you do. And the way I think of it is that when you're starting a business, your first 3 businesses are probably going to fail. And that is a very good thing because it's sort of like riding a bike. In order to learn how to ride a bike, you don't just watch videos about how to ride a bike. You get on a bike and then you try and then you fall off a few times. You get on, you try again, you fall off, you get on, you try again, you fall off. And eventually you learn how to ride a bike, not by consuming knowledge or watching lectures and stuff about how to ride a bike, but by actually getting on the bike and doing it. And it's the same thing with business. If you're trying to make money on the internet and you have not yet failed at least a few business ideas, you're probably worrying too much about analysis and getting it perfect rather than just taking action.
Another point on this is, like you mentioned earlier, millions of people watch these videos. I mean, you have 6 million subscribers. And I'm always shocked when I talk to someone who hasn't started a business who's like, oh, I love Ali Abdaal. Like, that doesn't really compute in my head. How can you watch Ali Abdaal's channel and not have already launched a YouTube channel or a business or take an action on something, right? But I think there's a lot of people out there who just like passively consume this content but haven't actually done what these people say they're doing. And I just don't get it, right? Like, why would you watch it and not do what they're saying? Like, if you want that life, so there's someone you want to be like is saying do X, Y, and Z. How is it possible to watch that and not even like take a first step towards that direction? You know what I mean? And it's not even just you, right? Like for anybody else, like Chris Williamson, Alex Hormozi, even Hamza, from time to time, I will like listen to something they say, and if something resonates with me, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Just take action on it. And even if it has to be like a very basic, shitty version, right? That Skillshare class, I think Skillshare took it down even like last year or something because it just, I don't know, it didn't fit some new standard or whatever. But that was just like, I just got quick feedback. I just tried something, launched it, made a couple tens of dollars a month passively through that. And that just inspired me to keep the flywheel going. And often it takes like 5, 10, 15 of these small random things before even one thing works out. And as you'll hear, it took me 3 to 4 years of trying shit like this before one thing actually worked out and I was able to quit my job and make money online.
Again, Aman has got it spot on. It often takes like 5, 10, 15 of these random little things before one thing works out. In my case, I had like 8 or 9 failed businesses that just I didn't make any money from before I finally built my first business when I was in medical school.